One of the things I think about community, I think it's one of those things that everybody's looking for. It's something that whether you're a Christian or not a Christian, you're trying to find in your city and in your neighborhood. People are constantly forming groups around World of Warcraft or building computers from scratch or going on hikes together or beer, food, sports. You see it everywhere, inside and outside the church. People love to gather together. And you see this in particularly, where I've seen it the most is with social media and Instagram. In Portland, Oregon, where I'm from, there's a community of people that love to get together and go out and take photos. So people will kind of designate a time to get together and have a Insta-meet, and they'll come together, strangers, people that they've only seen on the web, seen their photos, and they'll meet face-to-face for the very first time. And it's always awkward, you know, when you've been following someone for 3 months and seen all their photos and liked it and commented on it, and then you meet them in the real life for the very first time. It's pretty nuts, but people love to come together around that, and we've seen the community grow there with people that have come down from like 3 hours away from Seattle to Portland to be a part of these gatherings, and people after those gatherings go out and get together and organize hikes to go to random places to try to capture the best shots. And so there's just a huge desire for even people who like to take photos, who are professional and just kind of do it as a hobby like myself, to get together and meet other people. And for me personally, it's been a great thing to lead me out into meeting both Christians and non-Christians that aren't necessarily in my community of faith, and the family that I worship with and live life together with. It's been a huge outlet to meet other Christians in my city who are passionate about the gospel and passionate about the city knowing Jesus and experiencing restoration and reconciliation. And so it's been awesome to connect with other believers from other families and other parts of the body and hear what they're doing and become friends with them and support them and have fellowship and conversation and encourage and pray for each other just around a thing like Instagram. And then it's been a really great way to connect with non-believers as well. Most of my job and time is spent working with other Christians, and so there are very few outlets that I have to connect with people who don't necessarily follow Jesus and are curious about who God is. And so it's been a really rad spot to be able to go and kind of meet people in my city who don't know who Jesus is, maybe have never met a Christian in their life, or the Christians that they have met are really poor representations of Christ and His love and truth and friendship. And so it's been a great way to make connections with some of those folks and be able to care for them and be with them and maybe show them a side of Christianity that they've never seen before. And so I think it's really important that we value community and we look for ways to gather together, not just around our Sunday gatherings or just within our particular tribe of Christians, because there are a lot of people that do love Jesus that are in the city, that are trying to love their neighbors, trying to reach the lost, trying to serve their communities. And we need more outlets like Folklore and Insta meets and pub nights and board game nights to find ways to just gather around together to encourage each other, to hear how we can be praying for each other and speak truth into each other's lives and learn from each other, things that are working, things that are not. And we can only do that in community. We can't do that in isolation, or we can try at least, but community is a great way to receive all of those good gifts as opposed to just trying to do it on your own. So that's why I think community is really important, because it's a great way to connect inside the family and to start connecting outside with people who don't know Jesus.